Hello everyone. Today, I, Ashutosh Sharma, and my friends and colleagues are here to present a presentation on a topic poverty. So, poverty is like a punishment for a crime you didn't commit. So, we are here to enlighten you about poverty and how it is dangerous, very, very dangerous for each and every country, and it is a major problem of a country which every government tends to hide. So, first, let me introduce you to myself and my friends. I am Ashutosh Sharma, as I told you, and I am pursuing BTech in Computer Science AI from ABS IT. So, here is my colleague Harsh Goel. Please introduce yourself, Harsh.
My name is Harsh Goel and I am pursuing my BTech from ABS IT in Computer Science with Artificial Intelligence.
Thank you, Harsh. And my next colleague is Ansh Mehta. Ansh Mehta, please introduce.
Hello everyone, my name is Ansh Mehta and I am pursuing BTech in Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence from ABSIT College of Engineering.
Thank you, Ansh. So now our last colleague is Akash Gaur. So Akash, please introduce.
Hello everyone, my name is Akash Gaur and I am pursuing my BTech from ABS from Computer Science branch.
Thank you, Akash. These are my colleagues, and we are here to tell you something about poverty. So how it is dangerous for ourselves and our community, and what are the causes for it, and what are the effects of it. We are going to discuss it all. So what is poverty? What do you understand by poverty? So the poverty is a state or condition in which a person or community lacks the financial resources. Doesn't matter how much health or anything they have, but it is mainly poverty is a term which is used by seeing per capita income of a person. So if a person is not financially rich and not able to cross the line of a minimum wage, is not able to earn the minimum, so we describe him as a under poverty. So poverty means that the income level from the employment is so low that basic human needs can't be met. So we are going to discuss about it. So this was just an introduction. Now we'll move towards the next slide. See at these childrens. These are so cute, and who can say by seeing their smiles that they are under poverty? So this picture was taken by a very famous photographer in Africa. And this picture, by seeing this picture, no one can say that these children are under well, not well nourished and under poverty. But so poverty cannot destroy your hopes of becoming rich. They are very, very, very poor, but they are poor by money but rich in bro code. They are united by bro code. We all need this, and we should all follow the bro code. And poverty is just temporary, but bro code is permanent. So now we'll move towards the next slide. So now we'll discuss the types of poverty. So types of poverty. Yeah, you will be little confused that there are types of poverty. Poverty means just not earning the minimum amount to survive, but no, it is not like that. There are types of poverty also. So the first one, it is categorized as absolute poverty. So, absolute poverty can be defined as a state in which a subject lacks the means or to meet his or her basic needs. Such basic needs are often listed in international poverty reduction programs and usually include food, water, shelter, basic education, and basic medical care. So this was about the absolute poverty, and it is quite common poverty which we see around everywhere. So the next is relative poverty. So this term is quite new. So the relative poverty is when households receive 50% less than average household income. So they do have some money, but still not enough to afford anything above the basics. This type of poverty is, on the other hand, changeable depending on the economic growth of the country. So here the person can just manage his food and basic needs, but cannot match the standards of the community, living standards of the community. So now the third kind of poverty is situational poverty. So this is also quite a new term for you guys, so let me explain it. Situational poverty is a period wherein an individual falls below the poverty line because of a sudden event. Situational poverty can be caused by the range of factors such as a divorce of a family had illness and natural disaster, or a job. Last time we saw the mass situational poverty during the World War II. During World War II, whole Europe was just completely shattered, and millions of people gone into the situational poverty. But they recovered very soon. So this is an example of a situational poverty. So now the fourth one is generational poverty. Generational poverty is a poverty trap or a cycle of poverty caused by the self reinforcement mechanism that cause poverty. Means in simple terms, it is a generational poverty, like your grandfather was also under poverty, your father was also under poverty, and you are also under poverty. So this is a generational poverty, like you are taking the poverty from your ancestors. And this is quite a very sad truth of a community, that a government also is not looking into this, that the generational poverty is quite something which we should not see in a community. Like everyone should be given the chance to work, and this happens because of the lack of work in a society. So government should see on this, and India is a country where so many generational poverty examples are present. So the next is rural poverty. So the rural poverty is something which is in rural areas, including factors of rural society, rural economy, and political systems that give rise to the poverty found there. Rural poverty is often discussed in conjunction with spatial inequality, which in this context refers to the inequality between urban and rural. Like this is a poverty in simple term which is found in rural areas, like where people survive by doing farming and all that and cannot earn the basic money to survive, so they are categorized as the persons under rural poverty. So urban poverty, so this is the term which you guys must be very familiar with. Urban poverty, you guys have seen many things, many people living in very bad conditions and sleeping on footpaths under the bridge and all that. So they are the people which are categorized as the people under urban poverty. So they are not given enough wages to survive, and they don't find the work to do. So they are the person which are categorized as the person under the urban poverty. So that is all about types of poverty. So now one of my colleague is going to discuss more about poverty. So here are the causes of poverty. Please continue, my colleagues.
Thank you, Ashutosh.
Thank you,
Now I'm
Akash.
going to shed some light on the causes of poverty. The main causes of poverty include inequality, conflict, hunger and malnutrition, poor healthcare systems, little or no access to clean water, as well as climate change. So the first one is inequality. Inequality is an easy but sometimes misleading term used to describe the systemic barriers leaving group of people without a voice or representation within communities. For a population to escape poverty, all groups must be involved in the decision-making process, especially when it comes to having a say in the things that determine your place in the society. The second, the second major cause of poverty is conflict. Conflict is one of the most common forms of risk-driving poverty today. Large-scale, protracted violence that we've seen in areas like Syria can grind society to a halt, destroying infrastructure and causing people to flee. The third major cause of poverty includes hunger and malnutrition. Hunger is also a cause and maintainer of poverty. If a person doesn't get enough food, they'll lack the strength and energy needed to work, or their immune system will weaken from malnutrition and leave them more susceptible to illnesses that prevents them from getting to work. The fourth major cause is poor healthcare. Extreme poverty and poor healthcare often go hand in hand. In countries where health systems are weak, especially Easily preventable and treatable illnesses like malaria, diarrhea, and respiratory infections can be fatal, especially for young children. The fifth and final major cause of poverty is little or no access to clean water. Currently, more than 2 billion people don't have access to clean water at home. This means that people, which is to say women and girls, collectively spend some 200 million hours every day walking long distances to fetch water around the world. That precious time that could be working or getting education to help secure a job later in life. So this is the graph showing the world population that is living under extreme poverty. It includes data covered from 1820 to 2015. Okay, so now I'm handing over the presentation to Hers and he'll continue further. Thank you.
The effect of poverty is not just for one cause. It is dependent on many causes. It affects our life on daily basis with different shit. Effect of poverty on health. Without effective sanitization in their home, children are especially vulnerable to life-threatening diarrhea and intestinal infection. And in houses where there is insufficient ventilation, people are especially vulnerable to respiratory diseases. Clear, warm homes provide protection from the element and help improve a family's health by preventing illness and diseases such as tuberculosis, diarrhea, and malaria. Effect of poverty on education and schooling. The effect of poverty on the kids from education and schooling is very important because that is the major cause of child labor. It increases the need of daily wages from each and every member of the family. Home gives our children opportunity for the future by providing a stable foundation where they can study and do as well as they can go to school. Children are always able to develop into a responsible adult as they experience security and see their own parent taking care of the home. For adult, home is the key to maintaining employment and providing opportunity for income generation by the creation of home-based small businesses. The effect of poverty on children and families. Home is needed where the heart is unstable. The constructed home is at the center of the family life. When family homes have a home where they feel safe and secure, they will draw together as a family, unite to love, support, and one another. There is an added sense of pride and dignity that comes with a decent home, which translate a hopefulness for the future well-being and success of the family. There's plenty enough of research showing that growing up in an unsafe environment not only affects children's health seriously, but also as a result of their attendance to school. The effect of poverty on community, the impact of decent homes. The good communities are built on good housing and contributes their thriving school system and communication. It is a catalyst for civic activism and stimulates from community-based organization. The last one is the impact of natural disaster. In 2004, a tsunami struck in Southeast Asia, which caused a lot of destruction, and where the families who were away and they came back from their journey or a tour, they see their house destroyed. And unlike those, there were many people who suffered the same cause, and they have to give up for their home, money, and needs, and they have to restart their life from the new beginning. But that was the major cause that people didn't have money or whatsoever problem was they were facing. The effect of poverty is not just something that makes your life hard or that it is in every aspect of life. It is make your life difficult to from children to adult. It is dependent on each and every person to how to they perform in life. It's easy to hate life when you have problem. Brave is one who smiles in poverty. It is a very beautiful quote written by a legendary writer.
बोलते
Than
यार
1.02 billion hungry people. This is a this is a graph showing in the whole world that how people are suffering from poverty. The major area is covered by Asia and the Pacific, then sub-Saharan Africans, Latin American and Caribbeans, New East and New North Africa. And there are some percent which is covered by developing countries. Now I would like to share my mic with Ansh.
Thank you, Harsh, for giving me this opportunity. Now I will now I will tell about the methods to reduce the poverty. So let's begin. Number one, accelerating economic growth. If the economic growth raises the income of everyone in society in an equal proportion, then the distribution of income will not change. Hence, this will help in to reduce the poverty level. Number two, agricultural growth. Agriculture in poverty reduction is dominant since majority of people since majority of poor people rely on on this sector for their subsistence. Number three, development of infrastructure. Infrastructure invest in alleviate poverty for countries projects such as roads, communication, sewage, electricity, which provide many job opportunities to the poor people. Number four, accelerating human resource development. Economic growth has the indirect potential to elevate poverty as a result in increase in employment opportunities and labor productivity. Number five, and it is a very important method to reduce poverty. It is public distribution system. This system helps to stabilize the food prices and making food available to poor at affordable prices. It also maintains the buffer stock of food grain. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my colleagues. Thank you for this wonderful presentation on the poverty. So hope you guys understood a lot and understood that this is a very serious problem. So at the end, I just want to say that if we are born under poverty, that is not our mistake. But if we die under poverty, that is totally our mistake. Jai Hind. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.